I'm joined live from Copenhagen by Christian Blaabjerg. He's Chief Equity Strategist at Saxo Bank. Good to see you, Christian. So Sweden has emerged as one of Europe's best performing economies this year. Why are they succeeding where other countries aren't?
Well, first of all, I think it's very important to look at this election because the equation has sort of been turned around and what's normally happening in Nordic countries. In Sweden, the liberal or the alliance of liberals, especially with the Moderaterna in front, has been seen as the defender of the welfare state, contrary to the Social Democrats. Plus the fact, and this is very important, that Prime Minister Reinfeldt has been able to explain to the Swedes and the Swedish electorates why it's important to keep taxes low in order to save your wealth and welfare going forward.
Now, Sweden also recently revised its GDP higher, so at a fairly impressive growth rate when you consider the situation in the rest of Europe, and this driven by a surge in consumer spending.
Well, obviously the consumers have confidence in the future, and confidence from consumers usually comes from the confidence in government. Can you sort of count on you have your job going forward? Is there money enough to pay the bills? And these kind of questions. And when consumers are confident on this, they spend. That is not necessarily natural law, but it's a common sense. But the point is that the confidence in the government is due to that the liberal government has been able to explain to the Swedes why the tax decreases needs to be put in place, and also reforms. If you look at the reform programs the government has put through in a crisis, it's impressive. And it seems as if the winning formula, if you want to be a politician and in power in European governments, at least for the next couple of years, is that you do reforms that are tough, which makes you trustworthy in the electorate's eyes, and then you need to keep a balanced budget.
Nevertheless, will fiscal austerity measures in Europe and a slowing recovery in the US perhaps impact on Sweden's rebound at some point soon in the coming months or over the next year?
Most likely. If you look at the Swedish economy, it's pretty similar to the German in terms of the dependency on exports. And we expect the US to drop in growth from current levels. And obviously this will also hit the Swedish economy. What you just need to remember is that the Swedish economy is fundamentally stronger than most economies in Europe due to their they are ahead in the reform process compared to most of their competitors.
Christian Blaabjerg, thank you very much indeed, Chief Equity Strategist at Saxo Bank. Appreciate getting your thoughts.